What if the most compelling UFO sighting wasn't a blurry night video, but a crystal-clear afternoon spectacle? On a Tuesday in Bradford, England, an everyday driver captured a massive, diamond-shaped object radiating a mesmerizing halo of shifting colors from white to burning red before it vanished in seconds, moving unlike any aircraft ever built. Was this a secret military prototype, a bizarre atmospheric illusion, or truly something out of this world? And why do these same eerie lights keep appearing across the globe? Stick around as we reveal the footage that has experts questioning everything they know. 4:36 p.m. on Tuesday, November 26th, Juran Harrison was driving on a road in Bradford, England. He noticed a huge unidentified flying object on the right side of the road, flashing red. The enormous lights emanated from the object and lit up the sky in a charming diamond shape. These snapshots, which last only a few seconds, represent a great deal for UFO researchers. The UFO appears as a white, luminous disk in the center. It contains what seems to be an upper and lower dome that are completely symmetrical. These domes are likely the reason for the enormous, diamond-shaped halo of light around the object. The size of the flying object is huge compared to the nearby trees and buildings. When examining the shots, the central main object is circular and lit in white. Strong peripheral light rays come out in a straight line from the center of the halo. The color emitted ranges from white to yellow-orange, then to red and pink. Together, these colors form the wonderful halo of light. The central object, believed to be the main body, is relatively small. All the lights are emitted from this central ball of light. It does not appear metallic, but rather is a ball radiating pure light. This unique scene astonished many UFO researchers and enthusiasts of mysterious phenomena. Juran said, "I would describe it as a burning red light. It was moving sideways, then down and away, leaving a slight trail behind it. I saw it appear seemingly out of nowhere and vanish. The object at first looked like a passenger aircraft and appeared similar in size. But it moved unlike any aircraft I've seen before." UFO expert Marcus Lowth offered a more skeptical view. While this footage is very interesting, given the time of day, this could simply be the last glimpse of the setting sun. On August 1st, 2012, a Bradford man was baffled by a UFO shining in the sky. The 59-year-old saw the object shining white at about 3:45 a.m. He used his mobile phone to photograph the mysterious flying object. He said he could not think of any logical explanation for what he saw. He believed it must be something out of this world. The man followed the light as he drove home, even stopping for a better view. He stopped outside the East Work Club on Otley Road. At first, he thought it was a plane taking off from the airport. But as he got closer, he realized he had never seen such a light before. In July 2013, Andy and Julie Evans were walking home in Skelmanthorpe. They were with their 5-year-old daughter, Amber, when they saw a similar eerie light. The object shone in the night sky with a central body lit in orange and yellow. The entire object was surrounded by a halo of red-pink light. This UFO appeared smaller than the one in Bradford Inn. However, it shared many characteristics in shape, lighting, and aura. Andy, 46, said, "We watched it fly at about the speed of a plane. But then it stopped like a helicopter, yet it was silent and high in the sky. So it couldn't have been a helicopter. My wife said it looked as though it was on fire," Andy recalled. And Amber thought it was a spaceship. It stayed in one position for a minute before flying off towards Clayton West. Then it started climbing and, in a short time, it had gone. Perhaps the closest sighting to the one in Bradford occurred in Los Angeles. This event took place on April 25th. A mysterious object appeared near the roof of a house in an amazing scene. This scene was very similar to the one in Bradford. Again, a circular object shining in white appeared in the middle. Strong red light radiated from its sides, surrounded by an aura of red light. The UFO this time was much smaller than the one in Bradford. But it behaved in a very similar way. A man stopped his car when he noticed the UFO. He filmed these amazing sighting. The object did not stay long before descending behind a house. Of course, the UFO did not resemble any known aircraft, balloon, or drone. There have been many speculations about the origin of the unique UFO. Some were logical, while others were completely illogical. Marcus Lowth suggested it could be a last glimpse of the sunset. To be fair, some sunset scenes do resemble the Bradford UFO. However, there are some clear differences. The Bradford UFO was at a greater height than the setting sun. It was far from where the sunset appears on the horizon. In a sunset image, the sun is very close to disappearing. In those images, thick grey clouds block the sun's light. The clouds cause a red halo of light. But the UFO in Bradford is much smaller than the sun. The UFO vanished in a matter of seconds. This was much less time than the sun takes to disappear on the horizon. Furthermore, there were no clouds in the sky during the Bradford scene. Also, the last glimpse of the sun does not include light rays of variable intensity. The lights on the sides of a sunset are fixed. They may change due to clouds, but not like the UFO's changing lights. Even the usual skeptical explanation of modern technology doesn't make sense. On July 9th, a red glowing ball was sighted at a radar site in New Mexico. A pilot also reported some objects, later identified as planets. Mr. B. Gildenberg, an assistant to Major Doty, is an amateur astronomer. He commented that he has spent hours at his telescope for years. He has never once observed an unexplainable object. On August 28, 1951, Dr. Lincoln La Paz discussed the subject informally. He expressed disbelief in all aerial phenomena except for green fireballs. He believed the red fireball was a visual aftereffect of the green one. According to Dr. La Paz, their recent origin and peculiar trajectories were concerning. They did not permit them to be classed as natural phenomena. The most notable event occurred over Detroit on July 7, 1951. It crossed the city with a sharply descending trajectory that leveled out. It was observed by many residents of the city. Dr. La Paz suggested the fireballs could be of our own military origin. But if not, he stated, they are a matter of serious concern. In this case, we can only say that it must be something out of this world. So, after analyzing the footage, comparing it to the setting sun, and examining similar sightings across the globe from Los Angeles to Skelmanthorpe, one question remains impossible to ignore. If this wasn't a plane, a drone, or a weather balloon, and if the sunset explanation simply doesn't hold up under scrutiny, then what exactly lit up the Bradford sky that November evening? Was it a secret military prototype, a rare atmospheric phenomenon, or perhaps the most compelling evidence yet that we are not alone? The witnesses were baffled, the experts are divided, and the footage speaks for itself. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think this mysterious diamond-shaped object really was? Drop your theories in the comments below, and if you're ready to uncover more unexplained mysteries, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because the truth might just be out there waiting for us.